Hello everyone and welcome back to the channel. So you join me in this video of part one of a series we're going to be doing on this abandoned GT3RS. Now before we actually go around the car, I'll give you a little bit of information about it. It's a 2010 Porsche GT3RS. It's a 997.2. This is a full track car. Anybody that doesn't know about Porsches, it's designed to be used for track. Massive roll cage, seats, harnesses, massive wing on the back. It's an incredible car. Now, I know the owner of this vehicle. I've known him for about 5 years, and this is his prized possession. Trust me. Always wanted one. It was his dream car. He's had GTRs, all that sort of stuff. And he bought the car, blah, 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 roll on a few years. Now, he's had a house renovation. It sat in Porsche for a year with some faults while it was rectified. He got the car back, parked it on the driveway while the house renovation was being done. I believe from talking to him, the house was actually knocked down and rebuilt, so to speak. And obviously we've had COVID. Look, he's not got garage. He's got a cover for it, but the car was already in a bad state, so he left it. There's no point in putting a cover on something that's already bad and dirty, so he just left it. It sat for over a year, backed up to a conifer. You'll see in a minute when we go around it that there is bits of tree everywhere and anywhere in this car. He contacted me just before Christmas and said, look, the car needs doing. I am devastated of what I've let it get into state-wise. It needs rectifying. You're gonna need to pick some trade plates up. You're gonna need a jump pack. Come and collect the car, take it, do what you have to do. Just basically give me the bill at the end. Now, I'd not seen the vehicle or what condition it was in. I didn't expect it to be anything like what it is. He sent me a video of it, walk around, and I was instantly devastated. I was like, what the hell has happened to this car? Like, this is a supercar, like it's a GT3RS. And I was mortified for the guy, and say he is fully aware, he knows what it's like, and he's devastated in himself. Look, we all have personal issues, we all have some stuff going on. Sometimes a car has to take a back burner. And now I know, talking to the guy, and his exact words were, there was times where he didn't even have the money to tax the car, but refused to sell it because he'd worked so hard to buy it, and it was his pride and joy, that he would rather leave it sitting there, get it sorted when he can, than sell it. And I've got respect for someone that's like that, because rather than just ditch the car, he's kept it and struggled on and got to where he is. The car's obviously with us. We've got it for a few days. We're going to be doing a few bits and pieces to it. We are putting a new battery on it. As I say, I picked the vehicle up, so we had to go jump start it. He hadn't heard it running in a year. I got to drive the car back. Now, anyone that knows me knows I'm into drifting. I feel like a drifter driving around in this car. This is so sketchy to drive at this time of year. 325 Michelin semi-slicks on the back with no traction control because of the battery issue. It's thrown the traction light on. In 2 degrees damp, cold, wet roads. Now, unintentionally, this was sideways 2 or 3 times on the way back, taking it careful. Like, didn't want to obviously give it any. It's not my car. As much as, yes, I'm insured to drive it, it's not my car to abuse. It's sat for a year. Who knows what other issues with it. And the tyre pressures were a little bit on the low side. But yes, sideways multiple times, coming back. But what a car. Like, I'm not a Porsche fan, but if I was ever going to own a Porsche, it would have to be a GT3RS. Now, the owner of this has also said that when the summer comes and it's physically allowed, he's going to book a track day and let me and him take it around track. Now, that is an epic gesture. Like, I know you're going to watch this video, so thank you. That will be epic. Being the first Porsche I've actually been in properly, a GT3RS is not a bad way to start. Let's have a walk around. I'm going to show you what state the car is in currently, and then say we're doing a 10-15 minute video each day and just plodding on. We're not going to rush the car, there's no need. We're in lockdown. I'm taking my time with it, get it back to how it should be, and let him enjoy it. We'll start at the front, and as you can see straight away, we've got green growing everywhere. Now that line, ladies and gents, for those that don't know, is part of the factory OEM PPF, which is horrific. It's rubbish. When you look at PPF and the way it's done on new cars nowadays, it's incredible. You look at OEM PPF and it's absolutely horrific. As you can see by the bonnet, it's covered. It's just green, mouldy, mossy. If we open the bonnet somewhere, there we go. Like there's bits of conifer everywhere. What the plan is to actually hoover as much of this out as we can. We are going to put a new battery in it for him. We're sourcing the battery and getting that fitted. We're going to hoover all the gaps and get as much of the conifer out before we even think about trying to jet wash anything. But this is what I mean about the PPF stuff. You can see it's not, OEM PPF is not nice. Well, at least it's got some, I suppose. It's just thick. There was a lot more on it, and obviously the guys moved most of it when we collected it for us, even in the petrol cap. We are going to town on this car to make it back to where it is. I am in the process of trying to source a bigger torque wrench. Being it has center lock wheels, they are about 460 Newton meters to do the wheels up, and most torque wrenches don't go that high. So we're just sourcing one of those. But it is, look, it looks abandoned at the end of the day. And I know he's had, bless him, a lot of hate already. I've posted pictures of it online on the various detailing groups, and the poor guy's been abused. Let's just say that. He's been ripped, which he knew was coming. I think his own friends have been doing it to him as well, to be honest. So it's nothing he didn't expect. And in fairness, he will say himself, he deserves it fully. So respect to him for that. He knew it was coming. I mean, look, it's just everywhere. When he sent me the walk around video, that was full, and all that was full of dirt and leaves and bits of tree. As you can see, he's wiped it off. So now the spoiler is going to be getting sorted. As you can see, I believe it's a common fault actually with these, that the spoilers start to peel on the lacquer. My good friend Grant from Salvage Flippers, I will actually put a link to his channel below. A lot of you I know already watch me because of him, but for those that don't, I will put a link for his channel, because he will be rectifying the spoiler while we've got the car. If I even open this up, you can see it is everywhere. But my God, is this going to make for an incredible job. Before and afters of this are going to be like second to none. It's just green and dirt everywhere, bird poo there. You step back, you can see the dirt when it's run down the doors. All in the window rubbers there. Thankfully, the interior is just general. It's been kept obviously with the windows up, so it's just general dirt. All the seats, the harnesses, the roll cage are all in fantastic condition, so they will just be getting a hoover and a wipe down. There's no mold or anything like that. But it is just crazy. Don't get me wrong, I will agree with most of the comments. How can you abandon a supercar like this? Because this, to me, I think this is, whether or not you're a Porsche fan, everyone loves the GT3RS. It's the only Porsche I would own. And I know multiple people have said the same thing, because it's just a phenomenal car. But yeah. And there we go, that's the walk round. That is it for part one. So we're gonna try and do them as smaller videos, so it's not a long video for people to watch, 10-15 minutes through the various stages. We are gonna be doing pretty much everything. So it's gonna go through a full wash and decontamination, full machine polish, so we will be cutting and refining, and coatings, probably taking the wheels off, providing I can find a torque wrench suitable for the wheels. As long as I can do that, the wheels will be coming off, cleaned, coated, calipers cleaned and coated, and basically say, over the course of a few days, getting this back to where it should be. Say spoiler will be getting done, and it will be going back to the owner, looking absolutely incredible, where he will be under strict instructions of how to clean it, how to maintain it. And I'll also be sending them a link to car covers, I think that's a wise move, so we can sort of keep it looking like this. We don't want to see it like this again. Sacrilege. But yeah, stay tuned and we'll see you on part 2 of the Porsche video soon.